welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Quarterback will keep it. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Got it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore will throw. Fires to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
11th play of this opening drive coming up, at this one, a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the ground, it's Owens. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's got great speed. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Moore. Got it behind the line. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Moore, play action. Looking for space to the left. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Moore. Caught over the middle. It's Davison. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The Ducks are in the red zone. Moore to the air. Gets it to the back. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback making adjustments.
Booster. Sweep. Go.
Dante Moore. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Moore to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Has it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Oregon! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morrow. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Got a man. It's Craver. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Zings it complete to the right. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Using his legs, it's Owens. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun on third down, Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Makes a move. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. With the catch, it's Johnson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Handoff to the lone back. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, put you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
Moore. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moore will throw. Finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! The AT unit on the field. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Coming out with it, it's Morrow. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He's got him. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Here's Reed to throw. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing more. They're working that left side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Reed. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Extending the play. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and that's number 10. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Great place to start for this offense. Dante Moore throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! That is his 3rd score of the game and now 14 on the season. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Reed moves around to clear up the vision. With the catch, it's Thomas. It's a fumble on the play. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scored it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Reed. Now rolling to the left. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Looking for space, it's Morrow. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and it's third down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 14 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's the Bulldogs who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
They win their 2nd straight game, and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure.
Lots of room to run. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty, they're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. On the run, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They'll go play action with Moore. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Working a little foot magic on the side. And it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run. Makes it past the marker. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Davison. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Going to the running game. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Here's the thing, not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Moore to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
There was no question on that 3rd down where the quarterback was going. It was going to be a big play. He had the matchup he wanted. Fantastic route. Great separation. Looks the football in. It's a big explosive play for the offense now, setting him up in the red zone. They're looking to add to their lead.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll move the tight end. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll race the house. Touchdown, Ducks! He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Texas A&M! No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space.
They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Using his legs, it's Davison. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Davison. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Blue 22, blue 22, go!
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. 3rd and 6 yards to go. On the delay, it's Davison. Got enough for the first. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll ride the hot hand. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Yeah, if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And the Ducks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. He'll try it again. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
At the 3-yard line, offense facing 4th down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morrow. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Aggies want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Hauls in the deep ball. Sprinting away. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Hill. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Here's the pressure. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Ducks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Under fire. Still looking for a man. Somehow fits it into that traffic. Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Here's Reed to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Throws to the back. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He didn't get there. A big-time stop by this defense, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it, that goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Ready, go!
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Well, they're trying to toss the ball to get outside on the defense and try to use their speed, but how about the awareness and recognition defensively? Not just winning up front, getting off of blocks, but pursuing the football, getting hats to the ball in the end zone, and getting 2 points.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Tight end now in motion. Reed skips away from pressure. Caught behind the line. It's Owens. Makes the grab in their space. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a walk. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Aggies will hustle to the line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. And some room to work. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Defense playing a bail technique.
Wilson, hey, Wilson! Slog! Got him! Now,
Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has